Hello, my name is Dana, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what the list and book cart options will do when you're searching for items in the library system and you maybe find more than you can possibly read or watch at any given time. So, I've already signed in, and so now we're going to do a search for um, gardening. It's February as I'm recording this, and the sun is out, and so now optimistically looking forward to the outside days. So, as you can see here, doing a search for gardening will pull up over 4,600 results, which is a lot. One of the neat things you can be aware of is that there's a mix right away of juvenile titles to help kids learn more about gardening and how they can get involved with a garden. Then there's also additional gardening books including for our region, so the plains and the upper Midwest. And so if you see some of these and say, okay, gosh, gardening in Illinois, that's what I want to try to find, you can up here add to your search gardening and say Illinois. And again, since it's a keyword search, it's going to pull each of those things from the results as far as looking for gardening and looking for Illinois. So now it's pulling up 34 results. And so perennials for Illinois, the Illinois Gardener's Guide, annuals for Illinois, month by month gardening, best garden plants, month by month gardening. And you can see, just as a heads up, this one says 2006 revised edition. And so this one from up a little bit higher is 1999 edition. So it's the same author, James Fizzle, who I hope I'm saying that correctly. But sometimes when you're in the catalog, you will see revised editions or volumes that have come out and been released after the original came out. So that's just something to be mindful of too. So if you say, okay, I want to look at vegetable gardening, but I don't think I can place a hold on it right this second, there's this little, underneath the requested button, there's additional actions. And then there's this little book, well, it's not a book cart really, it's kind of just a shopping hand cart. You can click it and say add to cart, and it will say this item is in your book cart. So I want to add a couple more to the cart, and that way it'll help us show you a better example. So this is a Getting Started Garden Guide for Illinois. We'll add that to our book cart, again clicking that little basket icon. And then this one is Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio month by month gardening. We can add that to the cart as well. And so each time you do that, it should say this item is in your book cart. You can remove it if you want, or you can view the cart. So today we're going to view the cart. Click that icon. And it shows these things checked off. One of the notes that I want to mention to you as we're building the cart and saving it to a list is that if you are working on adding a book cart, you have a whole bunch of things in here, and then you get a phone call or you have to run an errand, and you're away from your screen for more than 15 minutes, it will erase your cart. It will empty your cart out because the system resets at 15 minutes of inactivity of not being used, and so it just kind of signs you out and closes out your information, largely for privacy reasons. But if you have some things in your cart you want to save before you go and run that errand, I suggest that you save it to a list first or place your holds, because here in the book cart you can request it from here if you want as well. So, this next step, we have 3 things in our cart. I want to save it to a list, so we're going to click the Save to List button. And right now, my list, the only list I have on this account is the test list from another project. So we're going to add the items to that list, but we can also save to a new list down here. And the system doesn't mind if you save the same books to more than one list. It doesn't bother it one bit. So you can say save to new list. You can say oops, gardening. You don't have to have a description. You can if you want to. I will just so you can see it. Gardening books is my description, and we say create. And so then it's saved to this new list named gardening with 3 records. So we say OK. And now when you're done with this, you have everything still checked on the checkboxes. You can remove it from your cart, and it says, are you sure? And it shows you the items that you're going to be clearing from your cart. So this is just a good way of it checking to make sure that you do want to get rid of what you've worked on. Now, if you want to look back at your cart and say, okay, what's in my gardening cart on my gardening list? Say my account. And so in previous videos, we've talked about the holds and the reading history. And now there's this icon or this phrase that says my lists. If you click that, it will show you the list that you've created for yourself. So for example, the test list, my description is this is a test list. For the gardening list, the description is gardening books. And so if you want to look at that, you can just click the hyperlink of the word gardening in this case. And so then you have the information that goes with each of these books. And so it has the title and the author. It also lists when you placed it on this list. And so you can click the item and go back to it and say, okay, this Illinois Getting Started Garden Guide for Flowers and Shrubs and Trees. Let's see if this is one I want to read today. You can look at this and then request it. Picking it up from Princeton, and then say submit. And again, sometimes it takes a little bit of time for it to think. So it's helpful to have this happen in a video so that way you can see that if it's slow like this, it's probably not just you, it's just having a bit of a moment. Sometimes you can try to click submit again. But in this case, what I'm going to do, and this does happen from time to time when I'm trying to place holds, you close it out and just try it again. So say, I'd like to pick it up from Princeton. Now this way it's saying edit hold, and so I want to go into my account because I think it knows that we already have it on here. Okay, so it says the hold request was successfully changed. It really wasn't a change technically, but you can verify that it, let me go back. Sorry, let me go back to show you. Now it says edit hold, so it knows that you do want this item. It's on your account. You can verify that by clicking my account up at the top and going over to holds. It says there's one hold. And here it is. So the Illinois Getting Started Garden Guide is on your holds shelf. And so it will be sent to Princeton when it is able to be delivered to us. So I hope that this introduction to the book cart and to lists in your Prairie Cat Encore account was helpful. Please let the library know if you have any questions, and there will be more videos coming up in the future. Thank you.